Many fun events can easily turn into life-threatening events, so by knowing CPR is a fun and rewarding way to enjoy your job and save lives. I have worked at Lake Lanier Water Park for 3 summers now and have seen many lives saved by CPR. According to the American Heart Association, 326,000 people a year go into cardiac arrest outside of the hospital. So by knowing CPR, you can help save more lives every year. Cardiac arrest happens more than you think and it can occur at any time. Today I'm here to demonstrate to you the steps you need to take to perform CPR so that you are prepared to save lives if you are put into that unfortunate situation. In order to perform CPR, there are 3 things you need to know. First, alert the staff for backup. Second, remain calm. And third, perform the 5 simple steps of CPR. All these steps are important, so let's start with alerting others. Depending on your surroundings, there are a few different ways you could do this. If you work at a small neighborhood pool, you would first start CPR and tell a bystander to call 911. If there's no bystander, you would call 911 first and then start CPR, but there's almost always a bystander. If you work at a big water park like I do, you would first start by blowing a long, strong, and loud whistle. This whistle will send all the other staff members running towards your way to help assist you with the rescue. Then at this time, the manager will call 911. After you alert others, you need to remember to remain calm. Remaining calm is very important because it prevents you from making any careless mistakes. Also, if you are calm, it keeps the people in your area calm as well. So after you alert others and make sure you're staying calm, you have to start CPR. So you would start by surveying the scene. So you would look around the person and make sure there's nothing dangerous that would get you hurt as well, because you don't want to get hurt too. After you make sure the sear's clean, it's very important to put on gloves so that you can prevent any kind of getting any kind of disease or conditions this person may have, because you don't know what they might have. Next, you have to check their pulse. So you check their pulse by sitting right at their head and watching their chest for a rise and fall. And you check their pulse for 10 seconds. After you check their pulse and see that there's no rise and fall in the chest and they have either no pulse or an erratic pulse, you begin CPR. You would first start at the head like this and put your Seal Easy from your hip pack on their mouth like this. And you put your fingers like that, like guns, and then pull back as hard as you can. It should probably hurt the person, but they're unconscious, so it doesn't matter. If you don't pull back, it won't open the airway, so you need to make sure you're pulling all the way back to open up the airway. You would then give 2 breaths. After you do that, you go to their side and put your knee at their hip and your other knee at their armpit. And you need to make sure your arms are locked out like this and your hands are like this. You need to make sure you're aligned right, because if you're not, your compressions won't be effective. So you do 30 chest compressions, right, like that. You need to make sure your arms are locked out too, because if they're not, you won't be doing anything. So then you go back to the head and do the 2 breaths, and then you go back to the chest and do the 30 chest compressions. You do this over and over again until EMS arrives and takes over. This was a very short lesson on CPR, but there's so much more you could know about it. So you can either find more information at firstaidtrain.com, or you could find more information in this book called International Lifeguard Training Program. Today I taught you how to perform CPR in case a cardiac arrest happens to someone around you, or if you apply for a job that requires you to know these things. Now you will be able to save someone's life if you're needed to. Remember, CPR will save their life, but you need to remember to first remain calm and alert the staff for backup. Statistics show that thousands of people go into cardiac arrest outside the hospital. So by learning CPR, you will be able to save more lives every day.